God dang. Out of all the set review videos I've done, this one has the most number of cards to go over. While Adventure 1 had 11 cards, Adventure 2 had 12 cards, Tamers and Frontier together had 9, and Data Squad and Liberator had 11. But the Bagra Army and Hunters? A whopping 16. Let's jump right into it. For the Bagra Army, we get another Choo-Choo-mon, and like most level 3s that previously had on-play effects, more and more of them are getting the start of main effects to give you a chance to promote up and utilize them. This one lets you place one Digimon card with Bagra Army and its trait from your hand or trash as any of your Bagra Army trait Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, or Bagra Army trait Tamers. Whether you want to utilize the effects of Mad Leomon or tuck under you Amano, the world is your oyster. On deletion, you simply save. And then lastly, this inheritable simply draws you a card when this card is trashed from any of your Bagra trait Digimon. Is it kind of funny that Digimon like Blastmon could utilize the effects of Liberator cards and these? Damemon likewise has the same inheritable, and has an on-play effect in which if you place a Bagra trait Digimon from your hand or trash under any of your Tamers, you draw 1. On deletion, you may play one 2-Warmon with a play cost of 7 or less from under your Tamers without paying the cost. Then you save this Digimon. 2-Warmon has Rush and Collision and can also Digivolve from Damemon for a cost of 1. You could also Digicross into this Digimon when it's played from Damemon's effect in order to use its other effects. Because on play when Digivolving and when attacking, once per turn by trashing any one Digivolution card of your Bagra trait Digimon, one of your Bagra Army trait Digimon gains blocker and retaliation until your opponent's turn ends. Otherwise, by simply playing it, it'd have nothing but the standalone Rush and Collision. Moving up to Blastmon, this Digimon has Collision, Fragment 3, and Blocker. On play and when Digivolving, until your opponent's turn ends, give one of their Digimon start of main, this Digimon attacks. Also all turns, once per turn when this Digimon attacks, this Digimon gains Security Attack +1 and plus 3000 DP until your turn ends. A shame you'll need to rely on other means to give it piercing, but this is still a pretty funny card. You can also Digicross it with 3 Digimon cards with the Bagra Army trait to reduce it to 7 memory total. Likewise, Lilithmon shares the same overall cost if you Digicross with the 2 possible sources with the Bagra Army trait, and has an on-play when Digivolving effect that until your opponent's turn ends, give one of their Digimon or Tamers, end of your turn, delete one of your Digimon. This is honestly in line with a lot of the Lilithmon cards now, and moving away from the option card variants. That being said, this Digimon sports an all turns effect in which once per turn, when any of your Digimon are played or deleted, by trashing any 2 of this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you may play one purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about this yet, but hey, if you can slap down a Rush body, by all means go for it. And finally, the last Bagra Army General is Tactimon. This Digimon would cost 8 memory after fulfilling the Digicross requirements, and has an on-play and when Digivolving effect in which you may choose one of your Digimon. Delete the chosen Digimon, and one of your opponent's Digimon with as high or lower level as it. Its all turns effect is a simple blanket protection effect. Honestly, I'm not much of a fan of the Generals, though Blastmon with the Liberator cards is absolutely hilarious. But of course the big man himself is Bagramon. This Digimon has a 5-cost Evo from a level 5 purple Digimon, and has an on-play when Digivolving effect where you may place one of your opponent's Digimon as any of your other Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, or under any of their Tamers. Remember the first version? It used to be based on the number of Digimon your opponent had. Now? No requirements to trigger. It just could have the potential to fail if there's only a singular Digimon with no Tamers and no other Digimon. Also all turns once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers Digivolve, or effects place cards under them, by trashing any 2 of this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you trash your opponent's top security card. This is pretty awesome considering your when Digivolving or on-play effect would trigger this all turns effect, meaning you have both built-in removal and security advantage. And although your normal Digicrosses for this Digimon and the other Generals might seem expensive, remember, you still have the power of you Amano to reduce that cost even further. Switching gears briefly to the Twilight Bagra Army gang, Skullknightmon also returns. This Digimon is a 4-cost level 4 Digimon that's black and purple. One thing to note is that this Digimon has a special Digivolution condition from a level 3 Digimon with Knightmon in its text. Valid targets, Monitamon, and Kotemon. On play and when Digivolving by trashing one card in your hand, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. Pretty simple. And like all Digimon in this video, it has a non-deletion save mechanic. The inheritable is simply Blocker. Deadlyaxemon has the same costs, stats, and special Digivolution conditions, but is the recycler in that you can trash a card to return one card with Knightmon in its text, or the Bagra Army or Twilight trait from trash to hand when you play it, or Digivolve into it. Its inheritable is simply Retaliation, which means once combined, we get another darkknightmon. This Digimon has an on-play and when Digivolving effect, that until your opponent's turn ends, their D-Digivolve effects don't affect one of your Digimon, and it gets plus 3000 DP. Additionally, all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one play cost 4 or lower card from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. A neat way to recycle your skullknightmons or deadlyaxemons to start the whole process all over again. The inheritable is simply a redirect to this Digimon when your opponent attacks. One new thing that's neat about this is the ability to Digivolve from a level 4 Digimon with Knightmon in its text for a cost of 3. Convenient considering previous variants in the past were 4 cost regardless. Now when you Digicross darkknightmon with Bagramon, you get darknessbagramon. This Digimon's on-play cost would be 10 with the 2 components, but again, if you have amanos out, you can reduce this cost even further. On play and when Digivolving, choose one card in your opponent's hand without looking and place it as any of their Digimon's bottom Digivolution card or under any of their tamers. Then by placing 3 Bagra Army trait Digimon cards from your trash as this Digimon's top Digivolution card, you delete one of their Digimon or tamers with cards under it. This definitely feels like an extension of the Bagramon, but what else does this puppy do? All turns. This Digimon gains the all turns effects on all level 6 Bagra Army trait Digimon in the Digivolution cards. Need Tactimon? Blanket Protection. Wanna build wide? Lilithmon. Extra aggressive? Blastmon. Trashing opponent security? Bagramon. To finish up the Bagra Army cards, it's Amano and Nene Amano. This dual tamer special of brother and sister has a start of main phase effect that lets you place one Bagra Army or Twilight trait Digimon from your hand or trash under this tamer to draw 1. Its all turns effect is when any of your Bagra Army or Twilight trait Digimon cards with Digicross requirements would be played. By suspending this tamer, one Digimon card from under your tamers and one card in your trash can also be placed in their Digicross. The fact that we don't get memory or reduction from this feels bad. I get that it's treated as the tamers individually, but Bagra Army cards are notoriously expensive. As for the Hunter cards, we have more support cards with Ryoma Mogami, Psychemon, and Astamon. With the newest Psychemon, this 4-cost green-purple Digimon digivolves for 1 from a green or purple level 2, or 0 from a level 2 with save in its text. Start of your main phase again, great concept to add to level 3s, has an optional trashing 1 card with save in its text to draw 1, and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. On deletion, save, and it has the ability to Digicross with 1 Digimon with save in its text. Neat. It also has inheritable piercing. Astamon likewise shares the same color combination and can Digivolve from Psychemon for a cost of 5, or a level 4 with save in its text for a cost of 3. This Digimon also has Fortitude. Oh, potential target for, say, Belphemon? On play and when Digivolving, you may play one play cost 4 or lower Digimon card with save in its text from under your tamers without paying the cost. And like Psychemon, the same piercing effect. Which means for one of the big boss monster of hunters, Quartzmon returns as a new Ace Digimon. This 9-cost level 7 Ace Digimon is green and black, and can Digivolve from Astamon while you have Ryoma Mogami for a cost of 7. Though you can Digivolve into it conventionally from a black or green level 6 for a cost of 5. On play, and when Digivolving, you suspend all of their Digimon and Tamers. Also when Digivolving and when attacking, once per turn delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon. Also all turns other than this Digimon, no Digimon or Tamers can unsuspend in the unsuspend phase. Overall, I'd say it's a decent option, since, interacting with your opponent's Digimon on their turn, but I will say that this card is definitely a watered down version of the first variant. I mean, really? Which means for the last and final card, it's Ryoma Mogami. This is the next memory fixer, and has a your turn effect in which when any of your Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon, with save in its text, by suspending this tamer, and placing one Digimon card with save in its text from under your tamers as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, that Digimon gains Alliance for the turn. I was honestly wondering why Astamon even bothers to play a Digimon by effect, and there's my answer. With so many new cards for the Bagra Army and Hunters, do you think these decks have been elevated any bit? Is Bagra Army going to be competitive, or is it still too slow? Remember, with newer cards like Island of Adventure, this can enable you to not only play Tamers for free when it's hit in security, but you also get to buff your individual component Digimon, which means if they survive, your opponent has to ultimately deal with them. Let me know your thoughts as I wind down to the conclusion of EX10 Sinister Order with Ghost Game and Atmon. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.